Thank you for inviting me to speak on how successful trusted advisors fill their book of business with right fit new clients. I have a question for you, in fact, several questions. Have you ever watched a cartoon or seen this picture of a dog chasing a car? Have you ever been involved in generating leads where you function, you are the dog, and the car is the lead? So put yourself in that situation. So what do you do to convert those leads? If you don't have a system to do that, then you really need one. A system that was invented and is now trademarked called the Navstar Client Acquisition System. It was not a 3-hour tour in terms of creation. It took over 3 decades of development, learning, making mistakes, revising, till we get to the point now where we have a proven system that produces significant results if you follow it. In front of you, you have a sheet, a front and back, that we're going to walk through today on what's involved with the Trusted Advisor New Client Acquisition System. You'll see there are 6 stars. They're hierarchical in nature. They're foundational. So the first star that you need to follow is targeting. If you don't target the right clients and the right people, the chances of you're successfully acquiring new right fit clients is at risk. We're all interested in attracting awesome new clients, and we need to build our foundational element around targeting. As you'll see in your handout, there are 5 different tools there that you should use that are part of the Navstar Client Acquisition System. Specifically, I want to draw your attention to your ideal customer profile. That is an absolute must. You also need to understand the buying personas, the people that are actually going to make the decision to engage you in their business. And finally, in our environment as trusted advisors, 80% plus of new clients, statistics show, are coming from referrals. So there's a tool there that's also trademarked. It's called the Connector Compass. It's designed to help you identify those categories of good referral partners, and then in each category, list 2 and maybe 3 individuals that you're going to build a long-standing, mutually beneficial relationship. If you don't get your targeting right, you're building a house of cards. Absolutely critical, totally foundational. Then the question becomes, second star. Now that we have a target audience, we need to get the message out there. And the message needs to resonate with your target audience. They view you as being critical to the growth of their business and that you are unique. Buyers have 4 choices. They can do nothing, stay with the status quo, which it happens a majority of the time, because we do not either show them the problems that they're facing and build the pain, because we're all practicing, quite frankly, prescriptive medicine. People are more likely to change when they have a problem. They're also on a 1/4 basis, I should say. Pain, 4-to-1 conversion rate. Growth, I'm good where I'm at today, but I need to do better in the future. People will also make decisions. The key thing with messaging is you need to develop a value proposition that resonates with your target audience. So as you'll see, there are this series of 6 stars or 6 handouts under that star. I would encourage you to look at specifically What are the 5 steps to generating a unique value proposition? 2, what is your guarantee? In most cases, if someone has not done business with you previously, their biggest concern is they're going to make a bad decision. So look to find a way where you can deliver a guarantee that will diminish the concern over making a bad decision. And then the third one that I want to point out in messaging, and this is very important, understand where your target audience goes to get information about your product or service. So identify the sources that most trusted advisors turn to so they get a better understanding of what they need to purchase and what you offer them. The third star is what we call the lead conversion mapping process. It is a map. And I'm sorry to say I'm from Chicago, but I live in Wisconsin now, so I've got a Wisconsin map. And this is really choreographing your map, outlining the steps that you need to go through in order to generate a high conversion rate, value-based prospects, and those organizations or individuals that are going to stay with you for a long period of time. So the tools that are listed there, and there are 4 of them. Number 1, you need to start with the buyer journey. Put your client hat on for a minute, prospective client, and say, what steps would they go through to make an informed decision for themselves? Once you understand that, you can start to build your own lead conversion process, because that lead conversion process needs to mirror how they buy. So that as they're listening to you, they're observing you, they're thinking, he really gets me. We're going down the road in the same direction at about the same speed, but he really understands what I'm going through, and he's offering me options, A and B, vanilla or chocolate, about what the next appropriate step should be. So those are the 2 that I really want to focus on, buying journey and the buyer journey and the lead conversion process. The 4th star is called a lead conversion scorecard. Any successful person that's involved, and I hate to say it, sales, that has a nasty connotation. Business development means something different to different people, but everybody will agree, new client acquisition. So in order to measure our progress in filling our portfolio with right fit clients, we need to have a scorecard. And that scorecard should include 7 to 8 metrics, activities as well as results. Too many trusted advisors focus on results. Results are lagging indicators of success. It's already happened, it's in the past. The focus should be on those high tractionable activities, like number of conversations, like the number of opportunities identified, like the number of proposals that went out the door, like how many prospects, right fit prospects, do you have in your sales funnel. The 2 tools that you should look at there are really the scorecard development worksheet, which will teach you, it gives you a map on how to set that up, define your characteristics you're going to measure, establish targets, and then also establish minimum acceptable achievement levels to measure your progress. The goal is always to reach or exceed your target. If you're not meeting your minimum acceptables, Houston, we have a problem. Correction action needs to be taken. If we don't correct it, we're never going to achieve the objectives that we're seeking to achieve. If you will note in the first 4 tools, this is all about lead conversion. The next star is generating leads. Your focus, unfortunately, should be on converting leads first, and until you get very proficient, competent doing that, don't turn on the lead gen engine, because it's very similar to going out to the water pump with a bucket that has holes in it. What's going to happen to those leads? What's going to happen to the water? It's going to evaporate down into the soil. And what's the old adage? We got one chance to make a first impression. So a couple of things there. You'll see some tools, but primarily focus on developing your scorecard, your activity results scorecard. 7 to 8, no more. And in terms of lead generation, you see that there are, and I take this back, there are 6 tools there. Take a look at those, or I take that back, 5 tools. I'm having one of those senior moments. Those are some tools I'd be happy to discuss with you. There's going to be other people that may be on the dais today that's going to be talking about lead generation. And then finally, what's most important, the 6th star, is feeding the funnel. It's not a pipeline. It's not what comes in, comes out positively on the other end. We start with suspects that are above the funnel. We engage with those prospects. They become qualified or partially qualified prospects. They become fully qualified prospects. Then it gets to the point where we're going to be sending out to them proposals in hopes that those proposals will convert to new clients. The 2 tools that you should look at there, I'm going to actually focus on two. Number 1 is the funnel math worksheet. It's an Excel-based tool that, based on your inputs in 6 areas, will tell you how hard you have to work to generate the results that you're seeking. The key is to make sure you're efficient and effective at doing what you're doing in converting leads, so you don't have to spend so much time generating excess or additional activity. The other tool is a tool that, if you do not have a CRM system, how do you track your opportunities? What's their source? What's the name of the organization? What's the specific project? What is the time frame from when you initiate conversations generating a lead with them until you close them? What's the opportunity really worth to you as a trusted advisor? What's the probability that you're actually going to be successful in converting that lead to a client? And then you can come up with an estimated value of closure and see if there's alignment between your goals and where you're really at with your business. If you turn over to the back side of the sheet that I just gave you, there are 6 benefits that you're likely to achieve. The most important focus on is lead conversion rate. Your lead conversion rate will go up tremendously if you follow this system. Secondly, the lead conversion process, the length, will shorten because you've got a map that you're navigating your prospect along a guided path so it comes out to the other end to a successful conclusion. Because you're selling on value, you're going to be able to sell at a higher price and not have to discount your services. You're going to be able to have more effective lead generation because you're taking a rifle shot instead of a shotgun approach. You're also going to be able to do a number of other things that are listed there. But you may be listening and you say, Craig, this is really interesting, but does it really work? And the answer is, it does. Let me introduce you to Nick. He's a commercial real estate consultant. The first year after our working together and his implementing the Navstar client acquisition system, his number of qualified leads grew from 19 to 32, almost doubled. Secondly, his conversion rate pre-implementation was 37%, a little more than 1 out of 3. First year after, 66%, almost 2/3. But the things that most trusted advisors are interested in is building a book of right fit clients and increasing their personal income. Nick was able to increase his income from $76,000 pre to $291,000 in the first full year. So you can do it. Nick has done it. Many others have done it. What I would like to suggest that you do at the bottom of that page is candidly answer the 6 questions that are there to determine if you are ready to fill your portfolio with right fit new clients. If you answer no to any of those questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you, understand what you're trying to accomplish and what your concerns are. As a special gift to you, you are each going to be given a copy of Trusted Advisor Confidential. Is it autographed? No. Why? My wife asks me that all the time. I said it's kind of egotistical and pretentious, so I don't sign anything. If someone asks me to sign the copy, I am humbled and would be glad to do that. But this is not all about me. This is all about you. God bless you and wishing you much success in your journey to building a right fit portfolio of new clients.